So there's going to be competition every step of this entire process as far as making the transition into high ticket sales. Again, your sales training basically really focuses on sales training. And then, you know, they make it sound like you're going to be extremely desirable, you know, for a business owner or sales recruiter because you went through their program. They kind of imply that, hey, they've got this name, they've got this prestige, um, and this really big network or all these different relationships with business owners, and that they're doing business with, that they're sending over candidates, and that is true, like 100%. But for the most part, again, if you're relatively new to the high ticket sales space, that's not always going to be the case. Again, you're kind of the low man on the totem pole. And so if you are new, like, you need to understand that there's going to be competition every step of this entire process. So think about it. When you are doing your outreach, when you are commenting interested, you're commenting interested, but how many other people are commenting interested along with you? When you land an interview, I think these Zoom interviews, these group interviews, this is becoming more popular in this space. I've definitely seen a trend where they're doing these group interviews, right? So now if you're in a group between 5, 10, 15, 20 other candidates, that's competition. So, and it doesn't stop there, because now even if you do land a sales role where they're basically putting you through a 30, 45-day probationary period, now it's you with 4 to 5 other people, other candidates, right? 4 other prospects, if you will. So now you think about, like, hey, once you kind of start going through the interview process, now who else are you interviewing with? As far as competition wise, I shouldn't say competition, right? But the other candidates that are also applying for the role. So there is literally competition in each and every aspect of making this transition into high ticket sales. Therefore, like, your goal is to literally figure out how to stand out from the crowd. What is kind of take a step back, bird's eye perspective, right? Observe what the marketplace is doing. Let's just say your competition. Like, look at what all these people are doing that is not working clearly. So your aim, your goal, your focus should be 100% to, how do I actually stand out? What can I do differently? How can I comment differently? How can I message or DM differently? How can I follow up differently? How can I offer my own unique selling proposition to a sales recruiter and or a business owner, right? So what can I personally do that's going to stand out from the crowd, that's going to get me noticed, and that's going to get me or capture more attention, which will then lead into more conversations, more interviews, and more opportunities. So just realize there is going to be competition every step of this process. People that are more qualified, more experienced, have generated more revenue than you, but sometimes that doesn't matter. What matters is how you present yourself, how you brand yourself, how you set yourself apart from everybody else, right? And what you are willing to do that many other people are not. That's what really matters. So yes, competition every step of this way and of this entire process. But the question is, what are you going to do that's different? How are you going to stand out from the crowd? We can't all be sheep. We all know where that gets us. So be different, stand out, and consistently look for ways to stand out from the crowd. So I hope this makes sense.